I got to play and record Battlefield 5 at EA Play, and it completely changed my perspective on the series. Before we start, I must disclose that my travel and accommodations were provided and paid for by EA to attend EA Play. I was also given exclusive hands-on time with Battlefield 5. If you have any more questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section below. Hey guys, JV here, and today I'm sharing my experience with Battlefield 5's pre-alpha. Before we get into that, just a heads up, you can find daily streams of the newest games, as well as commentaries just like this on my Facebook page. So check out the link in the description below, and stay tuned for tons of awesome content. I wanted to touch on the general feel of Battlefield 5 first. You know, generally speaking, I haven't been a huge Battlefield fan over the years. I've never been great in terms of gun skill, and I've never wanted to dedicate the time to learn the maps, and that's really what you need to do. So I ended up getting wrecked by people who play daily. I had a completely different experience with 5. Of course, that could be because there aren't people who have been playing daily yet, but this game is gorgeous and insanely immersive. Of course, it helped that I was playing on an i9 processor with a 1080 Ti, that always helps, but we played the Grand Operations mode on Narvik, which is this beautiful Norwegian town right on the coast of the country. The setting ranged from a deep blue nighttime sky with the Aurora Borealis lighting it up to a cool and crisp day where it just everything felt still except for the war obviously going on. But the level of detail on the map is incredible. I went inside a Norwegian home and it felt lived in. There was a cozy fire still going, the sled left by the door, a pan still on the stove. You could tell whoever lived here left in a hurry, and I love that. Looking to the eastern side of the map, you'll find mountains with the moon peeking just over the ridges. Warships are in fire in the bay. I could go on, but the map was carefully crafted and absolutely stunning. Let's talk more about the gameplay. The gunplay feels like most other Battlefield games, but it felt far superior to me in particular because I was playing on PC for the first time for a Battlefield game. Mouse and keyboard with amazing graphics is just how you're supposed to play Battlefield. What struck me the most was how smooth and fluid player movement felt, and that's because DICE has made significant improvements in that area. You can now rotate 360 degrees and backpedal while you're in prone, and you can dive sideways out of enemy fire. You can also ledge grab in midair, shoot while vaulting over objects, leap out of windows, and sprint while crouching. All of this felt supernatural and intuitive, like that's how the game was supposed to feel. The only game mode we played was Grand Operations, and wow, was it fantastic. It's a refined version of Operations from Battlefield 1. Essentially, you play across a series of maps, each with their own playable space. These encounters are split across 4 days, each one having their own objective. For Narvik, the map we were on, day 1 was the airborne encounter. The British forces were paradropping onto, Narvik into the town to capture objectives and destroy artillery while the Germans defended. The outcome of each day heavily affects the next day, as the winner receives more reinforcements for winning and the loser loses some. On day 2, it's an all-out ground war for the objective points. Tanks and other vehicles are now available in this phase. I didn't get to play days 3 and 4 because they weren't in the demo, but it's been announced that day 4 is a sudden death round. If the battle is even to that point, every player has 1 life. You can revive, but once you die on day 4, you're dead for good. Those kinds of high-intensity, high-stakes situations are why I would play this game long-term. Some other new features to note: when you die, you can call for a revive. All classes can pick you up with minimal health, but the medic is the one that can restore and heal you. All classes now build fortifications at certain points on the battlefield, but the support has more options and can build AA guns, MG guns, and AT guns. You can also now tow these bigger guns on vehicles. That way you can transport them across the map. There are the 4 classes: Assault, Medic, Support, and Recon. However, there are now exotic archetypes for each one. These have individual agility, suppression resistance, and blast reduction stats. They also have unique weapon sets, gadgets, and perks. I love this because it adds another layer of customization to our loadout. If I want to play an assault, but I want to be maybe a little more longer range, I'm sure we'll have that option, versus the one that's really in enemies' faces with the SMG, kind of balling out. There's increased bullet penetration. All wooden walls can be penetrated, while brick and other sturdy materials require bigger placement guns and vehicle-mounted artillery. Finally, grenades can be thrown high and far or rolled underhand. You just have to change your trajectory with your mouse or your controller. They can also be deflected or shot midair and they will explode, and you can throw them back at enemies. From an outside perspective, Battlefield has always felt like a series that continues to refine year in and year out, or every other year as it's been doing. That's just how it is. You know, it's going to be the same root game, but the setting is going to change, the guns are going to change, and there's going to be little improvements here and there. And overall, my experience with Battlefield 5 was extremely positive. I love the fact that they did away with the premium pass. All post-launch content will be free for everyone. I never liked that the premium pass separated content because I couldn't play with my friends who had the new maps. I didn't want to pay because, you know, maybe I didn't like it, or maybe I didn't want to, you know, play long term. And now I can just hop on and play whenever I have time on my terms. So that's super important to me. That'll no longer be a problem. So kudos to DICE and EA for doing the right thing here. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. In the comment section below, tell me what you think about Battlefield 5 from this pre-alpha footage. I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is actually me playing. This is my footage. So share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more commentaries just like this. We've got another Battlefield 5 video coming very soon. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.